In the past 2 weeks, I've made a total of 22 different trades in the cryptocurrency market, and I've netted over $15,000 in profit. In this video, I'm going to be going over the exact strategy that I used in order to execute these trades, so make sure you watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any part of that. And of course, all the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video are going to be linked down in the description below. Now, there are a few caveats to this overall strategy that I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. One of the first one being that you do not have to learn any complicated trading patterns that most people will tell you that you need to know. And the second one is that you might need a TradingView account to get started as well. But don't worry, it's absolutely free and doesn't cost you anything. And you're going to need a brokerage account to start trading cryptocurrency in the first place. I recommend either public.com or Coinbase. And by the way, if you sign up with our first link down in the description below, you guys could get a free stock that could be worth up to $1,000. Please remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor and nothing in this video is financial advice. Always make sure to do your own research and due diligence before investing in any asset or security. The first strategy we're going to be talking about is the RSI strategy. Now, this is an extremely simple, extremely effective tool to use. I've been using it since I started trading years and years ago. Believe it or not, this was a strategy that I actually made my first $25,000 off of trading, and it's one that most people talk about being their first one as well. Now, again, even though trading is an emotional roller coaster, this is something that I think most people can take advantage of. One of the ways that you can fight that emotional roller coaster and become a better trader is actually what I usually recommend to everybody, and that's only using about 5 to 10% of your overall portfolio. Do not go over that, because then you're going to start trading with too much money and things could start to get really risky. And if you guys actually want to get access to my personal trading strategy, as well as my business partner who makes videos on this channel as well, Zach, you guys can hit that second link down in the description below and get signed up with our Patreon to get access to our private Discord group. We trade options, cryptocurrency, and everything in between in that Discord, and we try to get you the latest and updated information as far as alerts go, and of course what we're buying and what we're selling. I really recommend it. It's an amazing community. We get new members every single day, and it's only going to grow bigger and bigger, so hit that second link down in the description below and join the movement. Now, guys, please remember, the RSI strategy is not meant to make these ridiculously huge gains. We're talking 50, 60, 70%. This is more meant for short-term swing trades, or of course even long-term investing if you're trying to find good buying opportunities. It's very good for small but consistent gains. You might think, well, wait, what if I only make like 2 to 3%? Like, that's not that much. But think about it this way. If you were to make that 2 to 3% gain trade more consistently over time, you're more than likely going to be able to double, triple, quadruple, and of course even 100x your portfolio in the long-term future. But getting into the depth of the RSI actual strategy, what you're going to be looking at here is basically a very simple graph. There's going to be 3 lines you need to pay attention to. There's going to be the top line, the bottom line, and then of course that middle line that zigzags all over the place. The top line is somewhere around the 70 to 60 level. This is of course what we refer to as our overbought level. When you see the zigzag line go above the 70 level, that is when we can typically refer to a either stock or cryptocurrency as being overbought. What that means when something is overbought is basically that more people are doing buying than they are doing selling, which typically indicates that a cryptocurrency or stock in this case might have the potential to pull back, which of course is not good if you end up buying at those higher prices, because obviously then you'll be losing money. Now, on the flip side of that, if you look at the bottom around the 20 to 30 level, this is where stuff becomes oversold. If a stock or cryptocurrency is oversold, that basically means that essentially not a lot of people are buying and more people are doing selling. Again, it's pretty easy to understand, but this is the basic way that I use it. I use the RSI to essentially time my buys and my sells. I time my buys typically when the RSI is super oversold. Anything under the 30 level to me is a buy. Then when it shoots all the way up to the overbought levels, that's typically when I sell. It's very simple and probably way too overcomplicated, and please keep in mind that the RSI strategy is one out of many different indicators that you can use in order to be a better trader. Now, to enable this, you're going to go on TradingView, you're going to hit indicators, and then what you're going to want to do is then type in RSI relative strength index. This little icon should pop up. You're going to go ahead and click on that, and then the chart on the bottom should show up. Now, this is a trading strategy that requires very, very little time, and I hope that you guys will be able to utilize this effectively. Now, the second strategy that I make pretty heavy use of is actually a much more simpler and, in my opinion, far less risky, and that of course is staking. Staking is essentially where you take your cryptocurrency and lock it up for a given period of time that allows you to earn a specific interest rate on that crypto. Now, again, I've talked about staking in a previous video, and of course much more in depth in that video, so I'm not going to go super detailed step by step, but I will give you guys some examples. One of the best places that I personally stake all of my crypto on is with crypto.com. There's a bunch of different offerings that they currently have available right now. I'm really big into doing stable coins though right now. Stable coins are basically coins that are pegged to things like the US dollar or other types of currency that don't really typically lose massive amounts of value in any major way. The price of a stable coin will usually hover around $1 and it will not move up or down in any given direction. I'm personally staking a lot with USDT right now, and I'm earning somewhere around 13 to 14% interest, which is nuts, guys. Think about how much that could be if you compound your money into that over time. We're talking about a weekly income of potentially thousands of dollars that you could could take advantage of. And again, it's very easy. Like I said, it's very safe since the stable coins are pretty stable. There are some controversies going on right now as far as SEC regulations and what's going on there. So please keep that in mind. Again, this is not financial advice. It's just personally what I do. Now, one of the other ways that I try to consistently make money in the crypto and stock markets is that actually by increasing my overall cash position on a regular basis. You might be wondering, how am I supposed to do that if I only have a certain fixed income outside of my 9-to-5 job? Well, one of the ways that I do this is personally by engaging in side hustles. Again, there's a variety of different side hustles that you can take advantage of. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, maybe you like editing videos, taking pictures, whatever it is you can do, flip items on eBay. There's all types of different ways outside of your 9-to-5 job to make more money to, of course, fund further cryptocurrency investments. That is why I'm so focused on making as much money in as many different avenues as I can right now in order to continue building my cryptocurrency position and overall portfolio. The more I do that, the more I'll be able to, of course, build long-term wealth, as many of these positions I'm not planning on selling for any time soon. Plus, that cash position that I talked about earlier allows me to have essentially more capital to invest more and to essentially make more money on my trades. Plus, too, what this allows me to as well is to buy the dip in case we see major market corrections like we saw just a couple of weeks ago with the Ukraine-Russia situation and everything in between. Now, one of the other ways that I do want to subtly mention as well is that there are a lot of algorithms out there that you can use that actually tell you specifically when to buy and when to sell. Not something I personally do just because it's a little bit too risky in my personal taste, and of course I haven't found one that's worked well for me. But if you know of one, let me know in the comments below if you guys have a specific one that I should talk about or you think that might be interesting to look at. Now, one of the last ways that I specifically consistently make money with cryptocurrency on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis is by swing trading. Now listen guys, there is a million different ways to swing trade in the markets. Everybody who meet is probably going to tell you that they do it a specific way that works better than the other guy's way, but here is my version. This is something that I do in the Discord all the time. Whenever I get my buy and sell alerts, they're usually swing trades, and here is how I basically do it. What I typically do is I start with the RSI strategy. I look and say, hey, is this an overbought cryptocurrency or is this oversold? If it's oversold, then I'm probably going to enter into a buy position as long as other technicals match up. There's other things like the MACD or the 200-day SMA moving average, but typically guys, I'm not even looking at those. I know that sounds like crazy and might be the Cardinals and traders, but please guys, I'm a very simple-minded man. Again, you have to remember most of these positions I would be willing to hold till the day they die, not just with a swing trade. But that's one of the other things. The reason I make money on these projects and on these different types of trades is that even if a trade goes the wrong way, it's still an incredibly solid project that has huge potential for the future. Because of that, I'm willing to hold these trades even if I'm down hundreds if not thousands of dollars, because I know long term it's going to make more sense than it does now. And that's why you should incorporate your long-term thesis cryptocurrencies into your trading strategy so that way you can't lose on these trades. Again, it's about patience, it's about consistency, and it's about making sure that you have the right mindset. A lot of people will panic sell the second they see even the first sign of red with a cryptocurrency, and it could be even a really good cryptocurrency that they believe in. Trading is just something that takes a lot of skill, a lot of time, and a lot of practice to get better at. If you guys haven't already, hit that first link down in the description below and get a free stock with public.com. When you use our link, guys, you guys could potentially get a $1,000 stock. They're running a limited time special offer that you guys are definitely not going to want to miss. And of course, you guys want to learn from us personally how we do these types of trades, and of course get involved in the stock and cryptocurrency market, hit that second link down in the description below and get signed up with our Discord. I think you guys really enjoy all the benefits that we provide, obviously in the description below. But other than that, guys, make sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.